Hey guys, this is Pastor Mel, and I just need to tell you something real quick. Divorce is real. Furthermore, I decided to have one, and I recommend that you do the same. Yeah, that's right. Divorce yourself from every excuse and every self-imposed limitation that has literally already cost you decades, dreams, and destiny. And don't get me wrong, nothing's more beautiful than unity. That's only when we're unified with the purpose that our Father created us. And when we're walking within the musical harmony of divine connections with like-minded people. That's people who want what we want and who value what we value and who are more than willing to lock arms with one another to help each other get to where we can get to together through mutual support. Listen, there's something going down right now, y'all. I hope that you don't miss it. If it's in you, then you know who I'm talking to. My partners and I are like family, and this thing we got is thicker than blood because it's made in the spirit. And it's in the spirit that we decided to make some changes. How do you feel about these changes? Are you ready? Let us know if you need a spot at the table. We're about to participate in a halftime of a lifetime. It's winning season. Father's favor. Well, hello. We are grateful and thankful for this 17th day of this beautiful month of January. We know that we are off to a start. I'll tell you some of this and some of that. It's just nonstop, but we're grateful to be here, and I'm grateful that you are too. Let me see who we have. We have my beautiful sister, Yvonne. Much love to you, darling. Thank you for chiming in with us on this evening. And my beautiful sister, Carol. Much love to you as well. I'm so glad to see your face. And thank you for sharing your son's photography with us on a regular basis. It's always good to see some of that beauty coming up north. And then we got my beautiful sister, Ingrid. I see Ingrid is in the house. Minister Ingrid, much love to you, darling. We are praying with you and your family. Got to give you a call on tomorrow. My beautiful sister, Mary is in the house. Give all the household our love. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stall a little bit because I have a special guest who's going to be with us tonight. Hopefully, all is well on her side. And I'm going to give her a little bit of time to get in. And I have some information to present with you as well. We're going to come from a new aspect, a new angle tonight. And the name of our theme or title tonight is Keep It Simple, Saints. Somebody put that in the comments. Keep it simple, saints, because we complicate a lot of stuff. And we separate things that don't need to be separated. And then stuff that doesn't go together probably shouldn't. We throw that together in a pile. So we really want to find out how we can keep it simple. So many of us want the same thing. Bless you, man of God, Alan Coleman. It's good to see you. Thanks for chiming in. So many of us are in pursuit of the same thing. We want the same thing. And we understand that there's so many distractions out there, y'all. But we're going to keep it simple tonight. I'm going to show you some things. And if you're anywhere near a place of thought of just knowing that you're here for a reason and a season, and that life is short, life is fragile, and we don't have forever and 10 lifetimes to do what it is that God has called us to do. We got to do the work while it's day. So we're going to be talking about that tonight from a perspective that may be new to some, but not new to all. And we'll share that with you in just a moment. That's right. Keep it simple, saints. I want to talk to the saints tonight. I hope y'all are there with me. And I hope you bring your A game. I hope you bring your faith. And I hope it won't be something you just talk about, because we're going to get after it. All right. But let me share this with you first. I want to bring up this little video. It's a segment. In fact, I got a resource. If you can get to your Amazon bookstore, go ahead and order that by Pastor Brian Bullock, Living for Legacy. I want you to get that in your hands, because we're going to be studying on that in the next, I think we got 7 weeks or so in the book of Hebrews. And right after that, we're going to come back with this powerful study on legacy. So let me go ahead and give you a clip that I think is going to bless you. And I see my guest just chimed in. So we're going to go ahead and get this presentation started in just a moment. But first, you got to see this.
Your first name is about you, but your last name is about us. Legacy. There's power in your name. Power in your name. McDonald's is a last name. Abercrombie and Fitch, last names. Armani is a last name. Baskin Robbins is a last name. Chrysler is a last name. Fisher Price, Gucci, Hennessy, Harley Davidson, Hilton, Honda, Kohl's, Kraft Foods, Lowe's Movie Theater, Marriott is a last name. Maybach is a last name. Nordstrom is a last name. Pillsbury is a last name. Porsche is a last name. Procter & Gamble, 2 last names. Rolls Royce, Charles Rolls Henry Royce, last names. Turner Broadcast System, Ted Turner, last name. Versace, last name. Wells Fargo, Henry Wells, William Fargo, last name. Walgreens, last name. Wrigley's, last name. Welch's Grape Juice, last name. Here you are, you think you're buying a product. You are not buying a product, you're buying a name. You think you're wearing a product. Hey, look at this product. No, you're saying, look at this family. And what you don't know is while you're making every family rich, you're making yourself broke. So you done went to one family called Wells Fargo and got $200,000 so you can go to another family called Rolls Royce so you can give them money and get yourself a car so you can go back to the hood and see the Joneses and say, look at what I got. Meanwhile, Wells Fargo, their family's sitting up being rich, and Harley Davidsons and Rolls Royce are being rich, and the Joneses are sitting there holding up people's stuff saying, look at what we did and we broke. What if I told you that your blessing is attached to your name? That part of the reason why you're not wealthy yet is because you keep trying to make Yolanda wealthy. You keep trying to make Tasha wealthy. What if you made Johnson's wealthy? What if you started thinking about your kids? What if you started thinking about your legacy? What if God started dropping Canaan and opening up windows of heaven? Because now you're not just thinking about you, you're thinking kingdom. There are some people who are attached to you who say, Mama, can you do something with this name? There's some people who are saying, Dad, can you do something with this name? Maybe God gave you the name to change and reverse some of the stuff that the name meant one day. I wish there was somebody in this room that said my name.
All right, dear family, I'm going to cut it off right there. I think I have our guest in the lobby, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to present some information for you first. Here's what I want to say. Number one, if you are a builder, here's what I mean by builder. You want to build something special. You want to build something unique. You want your life to really count for something. I mean, more than just, going to work, coming home, going to work, coming home, going to work, coming home, going to church, coming home. You understand what I'm saying? If you want your life to count for something significant, much more than the normal routine that we can sometimes get trapped inside of, then I'm going to challenge you to really pay attention to this information that I'm about to share tonight. I've shared it in different formats, and I have some different information in a particular way that I'm going to share it tonight. And I'm going to move quickly because I want to get our guest in. I did see her pop in on a video. If she can get her video turned on again, I'll know that she'll be ready to go. I see you there. Dr. Phyllis, I see you. Your video is on. I'm going to be bringing you in shortly. But let me go ahead and start with this information that I'm going to present. And what I'll do is I'll start sharing my screen. And I'm going to need you all to help me to make sure that I got it right. And if I got it right, you'll be able to see my screen in just a moment. And when you see my screen, let me know that you can see it. I need to know that you can see my screen. We can see it. If you can see my screen at the same time, let me know. Put it on the comments. I see your screen. I see your screen. Just go ahead and put it. I see it. I see it. Put it up there. I see it. I see it. I see it. I need to hear from you that you see my screen. Go ahead and put it in the comments. Let me know that my screen is visible. And then, of course, I want to make sure that you can still hear me. Somebody pop that in for me real quick. Gotcha. Thank you, Minister Ingrid. Much love to you, darling. So here's what we're going to do tonight. Thank you, Mary. Thank you so very much. Here's what we're going to do tonight. Yvonne, thank you so very much, darling. I sure appreciate y'all. We're going to talk about everything that I've already mentioned from the perspective. Here we are. It's the 17th of January. We're still in a very new position. Not too long ago, we were just saying Happy New Year. But nothing is new until we change on the inside, until we change how we think, until we change how we see life, until we change our perspective, everything remains the same. And I don't know if you've wanted to start this year right, But if that is the case, you're at the right place at the right time, because that's what we're going to be talking about. And we're going to be talking about it from a perspective of keeping it simple. I want to talk to the saints. I want to talk to the people with the faith, the people who at least, we say we have it, but it's more than just a notion. It's more than just saying it. I want to talk to the people who are really going to exemplify and live this thing out in a way so that we can leave the legacy that I know God has already told us that we're well capable. He's already put it in us. We just need to connect and lock arms with the right people in the right place and go after what God has given us. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. I'm going to go through some of my screen here, and we'll continue the conversation. Keep it simple, saints. That's our conversation. What is our goal? Our goal is to help create lives that we don't need to take a vacation from. Say that again. Our goal is to help create lives that we don't need to take vacations from. There's so many people. I mean, now don't get me wrong. I love a vacation, but really, when you're living life in your purpose, when you're living life in what some people call your sweet spot, where it's how God designed you, how God crafted you, you're walking in the call that he's put on your life, what he's ordained for you. Listen, you don't take a vacation from that. That is your vacation. I mean, you're in a place where it also embodies, everything is included, everything is packed in. You got the full package. That's what I want to say. When you're walking in your purpose, when you're walking in your assignment, when you're helping people the way that God wants you to help people and living your life to the fullest extent. Jesus said, I come that you might have life, that you might have it more abundantly. When you're walking in that space, listen, you don't need vacations like everybody else, because you have that built into your life. And tonight, what I'm going to share with you, well, it might be day for you depending upon where you're watching. I'm going to share with you how to add something in your life that's not new. You already have it in your life, hopefully anyway, but because it's not coming from the right source and it's not turned in the right particular manner, you're losing out on some of the potential. So tonight, we're going to really make that plain. I also want to tell you tonight or today, if you're watching the replay or depending upon where you are in the world, that those watching this presentation, just for giving feedback, just for literally sharing your opinion with me about how you feel about the information that I'm sharing with you, we're going to give you a 3-night getaway, and we have a number of places you can choose from, well over 40 destinations all over this country. In fact, every quarter, we're going to give away another $300 airline gift card, and that will be a drawing. But all of the persons who give us their feedback and their information about this information I'm sharing with you on today, you're going to be able to get one of those 3-night stays. It's valued at somewhere between $700 to as much as $750 for the 3 nights combined. All you'll have to pay, of course, not your travel. Your travel there is not included. This is your hotel stay at either the resort or either at the hotel, one of the choices, and you'll pay your what we call a resort fee in your tax. That's going to be about $100 or so bucks, but you're going to get the value of about $700 to $750. So you do the math. Here's what you need to do that. You need to text start right. Those are 2 words, but don't put any spaces between them. Text start right to 830-522-2110. I'm going to say it again. Text start right to 830-522-2110. Good to see you, Dr. Trevor. Thanks for chiming in. Now, all of this is because of a visionary that God, I believe, gave a vision some 9 years ago. And I'm one who I just like to give honor where honor is due. So let's give a big shout out to Mr. David Hart and Mrs. Adela. We love you guys. Thank y'all for capturing a vision that's changing lives all around the world. These individuals, very wealthy, but that was long before they even started this company because they've been business persons for some almost 30 years. And the thing of it is, they were creating wealth for themselves and for their family, but something happened where they saw something that would allow them to not only make wealth for themselves and their family, but they saw this opportunity to begin creating wealth for people all around the globe, everyday, ordinary guys and ladies just like you and I. And they've been doing this thing now for 9 years. We're coming in, as a fact, in just a month or two, we'll be in our 10th year, y'all. We're about ready for our 10th anniversary. And we have literally grown in leaps and bounds every single year. We've had some record-breaking years like last year and record-breaking years like 2019, where we have had a recorded growth of more than 400%. That means we quadrupled. the size of our company. And in fact, we're believing the reports showing that we're going to have another record-breaking year in 2022. That's this year, y'all. So you definitely want to pay attention. You definitely want to get your questions answered. This is a global company, international, representing more than 60 nations around the globe. Tens of millions of dollars have been paid out to everyday, ordinary people just like you and I because of the vision and the visionaries that you see there. Now, let's talk about this thing as it relates to travel first. We're going to deal with the travel aspect before we do anything else. Let's talk about that. How many of you guys love to travel? If you love to travel, go ahead and put "I love to travel" in the comments. I want to see you in the comments. Put "I love to travel." In fact, I want you to go ahead and put some of the favorite places that you've gone over the past decade. Favorite places you've gone over the past decade. Go ahead and put "I love to travel" if that's you, if you love to travel. But I'm going to tell you that the way most people travel, they're losing. Say it again. The way most people travel, they're losing. And I want to be clear. I don't want to see you lose anymore. I mean, if I could do anything about it, I want to see you win. I want to see you win, and I want to see your family win. I want to see everybody connected to you win. And I have some information that will be of value to you so that when you're traveling, you're winning. You're not losing. You're not throwing money out the window. You're not being wasteful. That's money that you can use for something else. You can, your mortgage, paying it off early, getting out of debt, sending your children or grandchildren to college, putting them in a private school, whatever you need to do, investing in charities and nonprofits, starting another business, whatever you want to do. But listen, in the area of travel, which is a multi-trillion-dollar industry, about $6 to $8 trillion spent every single year, we have so many people that we've met along the way. They look at this information we give them, and they are either one, they're just an unbeliever, two, they're just super excited. So we're going to see where you fit with it and where you fall with it. But how do most people travel? Number one, most people just pay ridiculous prices. I mean, when they're traveling, they don't know any better. They don't know any different. They just pay ridiculously high retail prices, and they get these coupons from the two companies. And I know you see a whole bunch on your screen, but really there are only two. There's Expedia Family and there's Priceline Family. And those are the two families, and all the other companies that you're doing business with, more than likely, 9 times out of 10, they're under one of those two subsidiaries, as we will call them. This is a very monopolized industry. It's been that way for a long time. And the strange thing about any of those companies that you see on the screen, they don't own anything related to travel. They don't own the rental cars. They don't own the cruises, the ships. They don't own the hotels and the resort. They don't own the plane. They don't own any of that. They're just a middle person. And they're making a lot of money because of their marketing. And they have literally built multi-billion-dollar industry just marketing travel, charging us, oh God, just ridiculous prices. And we think they're good because we get a coupon that says 10% off. Man, that 10% off was already jacked up before they gave you that coupon. So don't get lost on that. How do most people travel? They pay ridiculously high retail prices. How do other people travel? Number two, most people travel, they put that thing on a credit card, man. They put it on plastic. I see you there, Yvonne. She says, I love to travel, and she loves to buy. I love that. And when I saw your Dubai travel, those pictures, those videos, man, you guys did it up big. And just the note, go ahead and put the price, if you don't mind sharing, put the price you paid for your vacation in Dubai this past year. But they run up that credit card, y'all. They put it on plastic. And here's what you need to know if you don't know. When you put travel, which is a big ticket item, on plastic, man, you're putting it in cement. I'm saying it again. When you put it on plastic, you're also putting it in cement, because you're going to be paying that thing for a minute, because you got to pay the principal and the interest, right? And that interest, my God, you took yourself, your spouse, your kids, whoever, but you could have took three or four more families with the price that you paid on that interest. You went in January or you went in the summer, but it's another summer goes by before you finish paying for it because of interest, y'all. That credit, man, that plastic. Don't continue to put travel on plastic. We're going to show you a better way. You don't have to put it on plastic anymore. We have a program that would allow you to get so much more value, take so many more vacations and getaways, and you can take more people with you with the program that we're going to share with you tonight. Number three, they pay enormous prices for timeshares. I know people like myself, my wife and I, 32 years of marriage now. We've had 5 years back timeshares. We've had 3 of them. The last one we were paying $379 a month, whether we used it or not. We would typically go on about once, sometimes twice a year. We couldn't get any more than that because they were always full, always booked, that type of thing. And I know people that have paid more than $600 a month on a timeshare, guys. Do you know anybody? I want to hear from you. Do you know anybody who has a timeshare? Do you know anybody that has been looking at timeshares? We don't offer timeshares. In fact, we want to pull you out of that. We want to save you the pain. We want to save you the torture from paying that mortgage, paying that maintenance fee every single month, whether you use it or not. It is a waste, a huge waste of your resources. We caution you not to do it. And we know that so many people are paying enormous prices for those timeshares. Yvonne, I see you there, darling. She paid $89 for 2 people with a stay in Dubai. How many days was that? Yvonne, let us know how many days that was. We want to know how many days it was. How do most people travel? Number 4, they stay with people. They stay with Pookie, right? They stay with Big Ma and Pawpaw and whoever, brother, sister, you know, they got all kind of folk they stay with. And some of the folk, they've contacted me, y'all, and they've asked me to give you this public service announcement. 2 things. Don't come so often and don't stay so long. Don't come so often and don't stay so long. You know, remember the song, God Bless the Child That Got Their Own, right? Remember, it's nothing like having your own place, guys. And no, I'm just joking. But sometimes it's okay to stay a night or 2, but don't overdo it. And wouldn't it be better if you could just show up and stay at that 5-star hotel? I mean, that you've always driven by and you loved it and wanted to stay, but you said, oh my God, price there per night. Well, how about staying there, that 5-star resort or that 5-star hotel, but paying 1-star prices? Well, how about getting it for free? We can show you that too. And I know it sounds strange, but just stay with me for a while. Okay. So we are going to show you that you don't have to keep staying. What most people are doing when they travel for a week or 2 weeks or for the summer, they're staying with people. We're going to show you how to stay at the places where you want to stay. And it's not going to cost you anything like what you would ordinarily pay. And Dr. Jackson, it's good to see you. Oh my God. Yvonne, she stayed in Dubai at a wonderful, I think it was a 4 or 5-star resort. I think breakfast was included, 5 days, 4 nights for $89 with breakfast for 2 people, guys. I want y'all to consider that. But how do most people travel? The 5th way most people travel is they don't. This is the most tragic part. They just dream about it. They just one day. I mean, for the next 10 years, there'll be one day in it. You know, one day they're going to, could I tell you, life is too short, life is too fragile, and you better live while you're alive. Somebody put that in the comments. You better live while you are alive. Come on, guys. We're putting it off, and one day this, one day that. When? Because there are so many things that we can just miss out on altogether. And that's the sad, to me, that's the saddest thing and the most tragic thing. So many people that never even get out of their state, never left the country or the continent. I know people barely left the neighborhood, if that, right? So life is too short for that, and this world is too big and too beautiful for us to miss out on so much. So let's talk about how we can change this, because that's really what I want to do. I want to help as many people as I can. In fact, we do it as a team. We do it as a family. We want to help as many people as we can to get something different. Here's our motto in the company called Travorium. A better life requires a better way. We found a better way to travel and to live your life and to enjoy it, which actually turns into a better life altogether. That better way turns into a better life. And we're going to share more about that right now. And you can tell with Yvonne in the comments there, when you're taking trips to Dubai for $89 for 2 people for 5 days, that sounds pretty good to me. And let's talk about what we do differently than those 5 ways that most people travel. Well, 3 ways we travel, and that's really as simple as it gets. We want to keep it simple tonight, y'all. Keeping it simple, we travel, number 1, at substantially discounted prices. Number 2, we travel for free. And number 3, we get paid to travel. That's as simple as it gets. I'm going to say it again. Number 1, we travel with substantially discounted rates. Number 2, we travel for free. And number 3, we get paid to travel. But let me simplify it even more. Here's what we do. With Travorium, we have a platform. And my wife and I, by the way, we've been travel agents for 7 years. We've loved it. We have family members who've been in the business for as much as 30 years in the travel industry. And we just love it. That's how we got involved. But 4 years ago, we joined this club because it was unbelievable what was happening. We just didn't think it was even possible to have those types of prices. Well, the first thing we saw is that what we call net zero pricing or travel agent rates, travel agent pricing, it was available in this program whether someone was a travel agent or not. I know a lot of people. Hey, Katina, it's good to see you, darling. Much love to you. I know so many people who love to travel, and they use travel agents in most cases. And again, I'm a travel agent myself. And they give them good deals and good prices. They look for, the best discounts and all that for them. But this is how it works as a travel agent. There's always going to be a commission paid to a travel agent, as myself, because when we're working for you and putting all that stuff together, that's work. And we deserve to get paid. Now, you're not paying us out of your pocket. The places that you go to reserve a commissionable portion for us. And that commission is well earned, if you understand what I'm saying, because of all the work we put in just to make things happen. However, this program caught my eye because whether someone is a travel agent or not, it makes travel agent prices available for everybody, which was something that I didn't think was possible. I thought it was unheard of to me, but it's just a novel idea that comes from the genius of our CEO, the way he's put this thing together, that maybe you thought about being a travel agent before, but the reality is you really don't have to, not if you just want to get travel agent prices. So that's the first thing I'll share with you tonight, that this program allows you to get travel agent prices, whether you build a business serving other people or sponsoring other people, none of that is required. If all you want is travel agent prices when you travel, when you go, where you go, when you go, whatever it is and wherever it is, if you want travel agent prices, this is the platform that will make it happen for you without question. But then I saw in this company something else that really blew my mind and took it to another level. Here's what it was. It's called the Dreamcation platform. I love that. And there are 2 areas in the Dreamcation platform. Remember, I said the 3 ways we travel. Number 1, substantially discounted prices. And that's like on typical average, the price that you would pay if you're not in this platform, our prices will always every day be about 30%, somewhere in that neighborhood, 30% less on a daily basis, without question. I don't care who you are. I don't care where you are. Our prices on average are going to be about 30% below what your prices are, just by being a part of this travel club. But number 2, the company took it a step further. They put together this thing called the Dreamcation platforms, and there's 2 areas in the Dreamcation platform. The first area is what we call the getaways, and I'm going to show you just a couple of them. I'll only show you a couple because there are more than 2,000 of them. And in the getaway platform, the Dreamcation platform, the getaways, over 2,000 destinations worldwide. You can stay 8 days, 7 nights, no kidding, pay as little as $0.00. Really, you'll just be covering the tax. Now, I'm not telling you what I heard. I'm not telling you what I've read. I'm not telling you what somebody was sharing with me on Instagram. I'm telling you what my wife and I have done dozens of times over the past 4 years. We've stayed at 4- and 5-star resorts that would have literally cost us $2,000 or more. And all we've done was pay the tax. We've done it multiple times. And the people that are in our company have done it multiple times. I mean, we got people doing it every month. I mean, every day of the year. So it's nothing big to us, but it's really big. We should really be making a much bigger deal about this, because there are so many people who want to travel more frequently and travel more often. They just can't afford it. And we want to keep it simple tonight, Saints. We want to show you that vacation that has been taking you all year to save up for, or you've been putting it on plastic, or you've been putting it off, you don't have to keep doing that. We can get you in a place with these getaways, and these are private getaways just for you and your family, your household to enjoy. And they're all around the world. But then the next area is actually my favorite. I'm a people person. And world tours. Why do I love the world tours? I love the world tours because we get together with like-minded individuals who just love the Lord and love other people and love the travel and love personal development and love the things that I care about. And when we get together, y'all, it's like a family reunion. We have us a time. I mean, we know how to party, y'all. I'm just going to say it like that, all right? We've been all around the world and back so many different places, and these are called our world tours. And don't you know that in 2022, we have well over 100 world tours that are available at your disposal. But first, let's look at the getaways. I'll just give you a couple examples. These are the types of places every day and all day. There are over 2,000. I'm not going to even take the time. But if you want to go anywhere in Mexico, we have so many beautiful destinations there. 7 nights, 8 days. I mean, we have a point system that makes it work. The retail price will be $4.99, which is not a bad retail price. That's our retail price. But what you're going to love is when you use the points in our program, that cost goes all the way down to as little as $0.00. Same thing with the places like Florida. How many of you want to take the grandchildren, the great-grandchildren, or the kids? Or maybe you want to go yourself. You got some big kid in you, right? And you want to go see Mickey again and all that type of stuff. Why are you paying those ridiculous rates and prices? Because it gets very expensive in Orlando, Florida. I hope you know that. But why not go as a platinum member and pay as little as $1 a night, y'all? 8 days and 7 nights. And we're not just talking about a rinky-dink little hotel. We're talking about a beautiful, gorgeous suite. 8 days and 7 nights. And we have dozens of these that are available. And these are the types of places as well. Canary Islands, Spain. Guys, zero, platinum price now, $0.00. Look at the beauty and the ambiance there. These are the types of things, guys, that you can do with our company. And I'll just say it this way. It really does sound too good to be true. And I would probably be a little skeptical too if I hadn't investigated and found out for myself every single thing I'm sharing with you can be proven, certified, and notified. So let's go a little bit further. We're now going to talk about my favorite area. We're going to talk about those world tours. We have over 100. I don't have time to show you 100 tonight, but I'm going to show you about a dozen or more. For example, New York, hometown, right? Just got back last week. It is expensive. Did I tell you it was expensive? Well, how about staying at a 4-star hotel with breakfast included, 5 days, 4 nights, and pay as little as $539? Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, I'm telling you, anybody in New York that saw that price, they would just fall out. I mean, because those hotels, they're a little bit different. Everything is high up on that part of the country. How about going outside the country from the United States? Spain, anyone? 4-star resort, all inclusive. That's your food and your drinks, y'all. Deluxe room, 5 days, 4 nights, as low as $39 per day per person. Well, here's another one. How about Vienna, Austria? Look at that price, y'all. As low as $359. This has breakfast included. It also has a complimentary access to the art museum. We're talking about 5 days and 4 nights. And this is why we call them world tours, because, guys, you are seeing this is all around the world and back. Colombia, 4-star hotel, breakfast, 4 nights, 5 days, as low as $1. Want to go to Rome? Althea, it's good to see you, beloved. Let's talk. Rome, y'all. Why not spend 5 days and 4 nights when you can stay as low as $149? And did I tell you? That's breakfast included. Montego Bay, my God, I get excited when I see these pictures because this is exactly, well, actually, these pictures are not even doing it justice. When we had our team there, we had such a wonderful time. Mr. Hart, we see you there tonight. Thank you for chiming in and making this vision possible. We had a team of over 60 people there in Jamaica this past June, guys. And I'm telling you, the picture does not do it justice, but 5 days, 4 nights, as low as $59 per person. Unbelievable. But I can promise you it's true. Italy, 4 nights, 5 days, $399. The list goes on all around the world and back. But if you want to come home, if you're in the U.S., Miami, Florida. When's the last time you stayed in Miami? Anybody stay in Miami before? Let me know if that's been something that you've wanted to do or you've done before. Well, what about that waterfront property, y'all? 4-star hotel, 4 nights, 5 days, $399 with your point supply. Portugal, as low as $249. That's 5 days, 4 nights with breakfast included. I'm not going to go much further, but you're getting the point. Singapore, 5-star hotel, breakfast included, 5 days, 4 nights, $539. Hungary, man, I'm getting hungry for Hungary when I'm looking at these pictures because breakfast is included and the tax. 5 days, 4 nights, 5 days, 4 nights, $165 is just unbelievable. San Francisco, the last time I was in San Francisco, I love San Francisco and San Diego. Beautiful, beautiful cities. How about staying at a 5-star hotel there? 5 days, 4 nights, as low as $299. Tenerife, Spain, y'all, as low as $99. And guys, y'all are saying this is breakfast included. Let me tell you something. When you go to these types of hotels and resorts, the breakfast itself can be $40, $50 by itself, but this is breakfast included, and you're paying as low as $99 in this case. What about Thailand? My God, that one actually sold out. So many people saw this and they knew about these resorts here. This beachfront cottage, oh my God, 4-star resort. Get this, guys, 7 days, 6 nights, as low as $1. Mr. Hart, we can't thank you enough for those types of opportunities, and we need some more. Puerto Vallarta, here we go, 5 days, 4 nights, $40 per day, guys. Oh Lord. All inclusive. That's your food and your drinks. Guys, you're going to eat more than that per day. I mean, the cost of your food will outweigh that, I promise you. But this is $40 a day. So you're not going to get this. This is not available anywhere else but inside of the Travorium platform. And this is the type of thing that we're telling people. Angela, it's good to see you, darling. Thanks for chiming in. That if you're going to travel anyway, the way you've been traveling is nothing. Let me just put it the nicest way I can put it. It's nothing more than waste. It's nothing more than throwing hard-earned money out the window. Now, if that's your thing, if that's what you're into, what's that song? I can't tell you what to do. You know, it's your money. But if you want to continue throwing it away, look, I just don't understand it. But this is a program that if you're going to travel anyway, whether you're going to use our net zero pricing, travel agent prices every single day, prices like 30% off, or you're going to use our getaways, 2,000 plus around the world, y'all, destinations that you can choose from at any given time, or you're going to go to one of our 100 plus world tours, even like this Las Vegas. I mean, we've been there so many times now, but it's all because of the prices. Luxury, y'all, luxury suite, 5 days, 4 nights, as low as $399. Big Easy. Man, when's the last time you've been to New Orleans? Well, how about going with us this summer? I believe this is going to be, and breakfast will be included. This can be up to 4 people. So if you want to do ladies, where my ladies at? Y'all want to do a girls getaway, or guys? We can't let all the girls have all the fun. Guys, you want to do something too down in New Orleans? Why not stay 5 days, 4 nights, breakfast included? You can have 4 in the room. Price as low as $399. That's $100 per person. Guys, you just can't beat this. Italy, 5 days, 4 nights, as low as $45 a person. These are the types of things, guys. Morocco, did you see that? What was the other one? Spain again, Morocco. That is looking very enticing. Partial ocean view, breakfast included, 5 days, 4 nights, as low as $329. Back to Mexico, all inclusive, no resort fee. Prices as low as $38 per person. Guys, why would you not use this program? That's what my question would be. Dubai. Now, we've just had one of our members that have shared with us their experience in Dubai. They paid $89. It was 5 days, I believe. I think it was 6 days and 5 nights, if I'm not mistaken. 6 days and 5 nights. They paid $89. Breakfast is included. This year, we're going to have a repeat, but it's going to be even better. We got 2 options. We have one set going in April, and that's $1, y'all. Prices as low as $1. And then we have another time in September, price as low as $129. And, of course, that includes a daily breakfast. Zanzibar, Tanzania. My God, my God. To the motherland, y'all. Breakfast and good God. Breakfast and dinner included. Price as low as $449. You're looking at it just like I am. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a 5-star resort. You definitely want to see those. Those are beautiful. The pictures are, but it's even better in person, I'm sure. And I'm really thinking about that one. Punta Cana, y'all. All inclusive. Food and drinks. 4-star resort. 5 days, 4 nights. Prices as low as $38. Guys, I can go on and on. I told you it's more than 100 of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to roll through very quickly. I got to stop at Greece, though, because that is something. My wife took a group of ladies there, about a dozen. That was 2 years ago. They had the time of their lives. My wife was struggling through it because I wasn't there, right? I would like to think that anyway. But anyway, that's another story. We'll talk about that at another time. But in Athens, Greece, they had so many beautiful, picturesque scenes. I got to see it for myself, y'all. So I'm really considering that. 4-star hotel, breakfast included, 5 days, 4 nights with the king bed. What's that? As low as $299. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. I can tell you for a fact, the ladies that went with my wife, they didn't even pay anything close to that. That was multiplied 10 times over. So you want to make sure that if you're going to go to Greece, you're using this program to do so. And there's so many more that we can show you, but we just don't have time to do so. So here's what I want to do. I can talk all day about the rest of this program and the money you can make by referring it to other people and how you can actually get your services free and all of that. But instead, here's what I want to do. I have a special guest, and she's in the back office, and I'm going to ask her to come back on the camera because I want to put her in place and in position and kind of testify tonight about the simplicity of this program that you've seen tonight for yourself. There's so many different ways that you can enjoy this program, and I don't know anybody better than Dr. Phyllis Terry. I'm going to get her in position. I see her there. Let me just say a few things. She could have sent me a bio, but I don't know. I don't need one. This is an anointed, amazing, awesome woman of God. She's traveled the world. She's been to well over 60 nations, y'all. She's a minister of the gospel. She has preached just about everywhere you can think of. I hold her in high esteem. Brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for my sister, Dr. Phyllis Terry. Dr. Phyllis, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. You look amazing.
Well, yeah. I'm on 2 assignments. So I have one going a year, and the mayor is on the line. So I've been worrying and teaching while you were teaching to finish.
You're that type. If anybody can get it done, I know you can get it done. And I know we got a call in about 15 minutes, but I wanted to leave you some time to give us some testimonial tonight because you're about to be a 4-star director in this company, and the 4-star directors are earning on average $50,000 a year and more. Yeah, and more for doing what most people would love to do, whether they were getting paid or not. So you're getting paid to do something that you already love. So I want you to talk about the title tonight was Keep It Simple, Saints. We really want to talk to people with some faith, not the ones who act like it, but the ones who really have it. Can you simplify it for us tonight? What would you say to them?
Well, I would definitely. I was listening to on both sides to try to catch some of your training. Absolutely phenomenal. Thank you so much, first of all, for even allowing me to come in with the saints tonight to keep it simple. But I would say that that first of all, we have to have that passion for what we are doing and recognizing the fact and commit to the work. Keep it simple. Sometimes we make things so much difficult than it is. I was thinking you were talking about 4-star. And just you mentioned the benefits behind it. I haven't even looked at that yet. You know what? I'm keeping it simple enough to know that it's my goal to one day reach it. But the commitment starts first before the benefits. if I fulfill the commitment, the benefits is going to come with it. And sometimes we reverse it, Pastor Mel, and we go forth and we want, as they used to say, we take the horse before the chariot. But I have to keep my commitment on what I've been called to do at Travorium. And I love what you said, that for us to keep it simple, saints. That everybody can't catch that. Everybody not grabbing hold of what you said tonight. You know what I'm saying? Because making that commitment, we have to be confident in what we are doing. I'm confident in this one thing, that I have been called to be a part of Travorium. So I'm keeping that simple. I don't have to worry about what others say and what they think. I'm confident in the company and what David Hart and Adela has presented unto us. And I believe that because they are a part of the kingdom of who you and I serve in the midst of kingship. And we know that traveling is part of that entertainment, it's part of that mountain of business. So I'm excited because I feel like that I'm on assignment, is my passion. And my God, I had to think when I made a 3-star just last weekend. I was laying in the bed and I said, I'm making money while I'm snoring.
Good God Almighty. I like that. Making money while you're snoring. That's good.
What? My God, that was something to think about, Pastor Mel. Yeah. And then for the end of the year, for David Hart to call and say, you got to empty your account. What? Empty my account? I said, okay. So we went back there and emptied that account, and Lord have mercy. I was like, come on, Jesus in the house. Come on.
I love it. Talk to us, Dr. Phyllis. You've been more than 60 nations. So you've been traveling yourself and Apostle, your husband, for some time. What makes travel so much more simpler with Travorium? Because there's a lot of people out there already traveling. Why is it so simple with Travorium?
Well, Pastor Mel, one of the things that made it simple for me when I came into Travorium is that I was already traveling, and GO was always a part of my mission. You got to always remember that 2/3 of God's name is go. So I know that the simplest thing that I can do is go and fulfill different, even on vacation, it is a mission for me. And so with Travorium, it made it so much simpler, even in fulfilling my mission, is because I became a good steward over God's money, that I did not have to pay the thousands of dollars or for the churches to put me up, in the hotels. I could go in now and say, look, let me book my own room now. And then that way you could save the money to give back to the kingdom while Travorium is being a blessing at the same time. So that's another way that Travorium has been a blessing, not just to me, but for the kingdom's sake also.
How do we complicate it sometimes? I know that you run across people like I do. We all can sometimes talk a good game about faith and vision and greatness and doing this and one day and all this. Can you simplify for someone with how this small opportunity, what we might call investment, that can literally, like in yourself, I mean, I have no doubt that by the end of this year, yourself especially will be in a class of what we call ambassadors, and that's those who are earning well over $100,000 a year residually. Whether you leave the house or not, that's coming in. And I want you to simplify how so many people miss it, because somebody can get started with a $300 investment or even less than that in this company. Yes. But let's just give it a $300 investment and they can get started, and simplify that for someone, how they can turn that into $100,000 reoccurring revenue for themselves every year.
Residual. I think the first thing to simplify it is that as we are approaching individuals, prospects, is that first of all, we make it difficult because of our doubt and our unbelief, because we're skeptical, very skeptical. About whether this can really be real. Because, some of the prices that you named tonight, if you didn't know any better, I would say unbelievable. for me to be able to take a trip to Rome and Dubai for $1 and other places. Unbelievable. So we have to raise our faith system, first of all. And then we have to release the money out of our hands. We want to do great things, but sometimes we hold on because of our doubt. But we have to trust the ones that surround us or who has given us the opportunity to be invited to this opportunity and take a chance. Sometimes in life, Pastor Mel, it's risk taking. It's faith. But this is the greatest risk that I have ever taken by faith, and I am loving it. And so all of this wrong thinking in the mind, if we can rid that and just step out of it. And guess what? $300 is not that much. If it's not what you want, then you know what? If it's that bad, you know what I want to say to the audience tonight? If you don't like it, come back and ask me, and I'll give you your $300 back.
Now that's something right there.
That's just how much I'd have been. If you don't like it, just return, and I will give you the $300 back if you don't like it.
That's powerful. Now, woman of God, you are also an anointed business person. You've been that for a long time. Yourself, your husband, you own a restaurant. I want you to kind of tell us a little bit about that and kind of talk about the simplicity of running this travel club business compared to what it takes to run something like a restaurant. Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh my gracious, man! You asked me at the wrong time today because I had to go to the restaurant and it was supposed to be off. And with this storm, we had a little rainfall in the roof and everything. And I thought, okay, Ambassador, I have to make Ambassador soon because we're about to shut this down because this would be easier than having to go to the restaurant all day because, you know, you're serving customers with attitudes and all of that. The hospitality, cooking, doing distribution, shopping, you name it. The list goes on to own a restaurant. And I love the food service business. My family grew up with that and it was passed on to me. But Travorium, it's simpler for me because I love people. I love talking. It's what I do. I'm like a living epistle for traveling. You look at me, oh, there she is. She's in Rome. She's in Paris. Look she's in Israel. And so it's a conversation. You start talking about where I am, and I'm going to introduce Travorium to you. Come on in, G-O and go. But how does God send you all these places? He does. And then it's another witnessing tool for me. It's more difficult for me to work in the restaurant than it is for me to witness on the beach.
Wow, you just said something right there. And then, woman of God, talk about the traditional investments for something like whether it's a restaurant or a beauty salon or a dental office or all those types of things. What type of money does it take for people to get something like that started compared to what we said with this program? Talk about the simplicity of that.
Well, you know, the simplicity of that. There is no comparison. I wish the $49.95 for a Travorium partnership to keep your business open all year. My gas bill is more than my phone bill at the restaurant, the light bill. I meant the overhead is, it's true. It's abundance. That's what I'd say. I mean, so for $300, my God, I wish I could run my restaurant for $300. This business here, I have multiplied off of that $300. The greatest investment with all the trips. As a matter of fact, Pastor Mel, let me tell you something. I have never paid but once my $125. And that is because I lost a partner in the beginning. And other than that, I've never paid. I've never paid for not one of the trips I've gone on in Travorium. Why? Because of the compensation plan. David Hart, the way he pays us. I can't say that for the restaurant. When I have to go on conferences and go to food service, seminars and all of that, I have to pay my way there. I have to pay the registration. I have to pay this and all of that. But here, it's already taken care of. I don't even think they know my credit card number. That one time I signed up with my $300 was but the last time that they've seen Phyllis Terry's credit card number.
I love it. Well, the guy, you helping somebody today. I'm going to ask you to do two things for us before we close out. I want you to break down the simplicity of this referral program we have and why it just makes so much sense. I mean, most people are out there referring stuff all the time anyway, but I want you to talk about the referring of this travel club to others, how simple it is, and the impact it's making. And then the last thing I want to ask you to do after that, give us some of the places you've been since you've been a part of Travorium. I want you to end with that. So the simplicity of the referral program and some of the places you've been inside of Travorium.
Okay, the referral is awesome. You know, the same way that people here in town, they are, or even from out of town, we have a lot of people that come to town and they say, you know, we heard about JC's Kitchen, and you know, this is a kingdom. So JC stands for Jesus Christ Kitchen. That's the name of my restaurant, Jesus Christ Kitchen. Our motto is, for the food is anointed, you won't be disappointed. Oh, taste and see that JC is good. So they know that. They know that when they come to town, and they'll say, oh, we heard about this. But then with Travorium, it's just a referral is great. Also, you simply are telling people what you're doing, where you are going, and you refer them how reasonable the trips are. You let them know, and you get paid for just telling people what we do. It's amazing. It is amazing. But you know, when other folks tell people to come to JC's, I am not giving them a dime. I'm just making some money off of fixing some beans, greens, and potatoes and tomatoes. But when I refer Travorium, I'm getting some chang.
All right.
And that is the difference. It's simple. Just being able to share what you love to do. My passion is to go. My passion is traveling. And my passion is to see the world. God made more than North Carolina. And so exposure brings expansion. And I have been exposed to over 60 countries. And I've been exposed since I've been to Travorium. I think just last year, I went to on 4 world tours, 4 or 5, and then of course some places stateside, some getaways. Just in 2021, while the pandemic was going, I refused to allow the devil to allow me to live in fear when God told me to get up and live. And that we have to trust him. And so it's simple. We have to make up our mind, make a decision that I want to discover, to see what the world is all about, and do it.
Woman of God, some of the places I know that you've been, correct me if I'm wrong, you were in Jamaica, Montego Bay. You were in Hawaii.
Yes.
Correct.
Dubai. Cancun.
That's right. Cancun.
Yes, I went to South Carolina, went Memphis, Maryland, Philadelphia. Every month I was gone in 2021, just about.
Wow. All of that because of this program.
All of that. And even being able for reasonable hotels. I've taken friends with me on some of the trips. I went to stayed in the one of the hotels. They paid $184.72. My same room, my same suite was $42.24. And we stood at the counter and they looked at me like, I said, I told you, this program is real. $184, and we lived across the hall from one another, and I paid $42.
My mama would say, just don't make no kind of sense.
Don't make a bit of sense.
Woman God, I can't honor you enough, and thank you for your time tonight. Give us any closing comments that you might have for anybody watching this broadcast.
I do want to say that for those of you that have been invited to this Zoom tonight, I want to say, don't think too long, because you'll think wrong. This is one of the greatest programs of travel that's out there. I've been in other travel programs, and I can compare and tell you the difference. I was in leadership in those programs, and they are still pulling on me to come back because they're seeing what I'm doing over here. Don't wait long. Come on, don't worry about the pandemic, because you can set yourself in position now to travel later. Because I just said the other day, I pulled out some now laters. I said, I'm going to start showing folks, do you want now or later? So here's a now later.
I love you, darling. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. We'll see you on the call.
Thank you so much.
God bless. All righty. Bye-bye.
God bless. Thank you. Bye-bye.